yeah, let me go ahead and spill some tea for what I'm up to, guys. So keep something in mind as you're building your luxury pet store and you're building your brand. You're going to be facing many challenges, guys. You're going to be facing a situation where there's going to be certain days where you're not really going to see the efficiency, and next day, out of a sudden, you see lots of efficiencies. And what you want to do, guys, is kind of work on everything step by step. So what you want to do, you want to follow the small steps, guys. And the small steps means um, creating like one little automation, another automation, and eventually connecting all of those AI bots gradually, but not going too crazy, guys. The most important part, guys, in majority of the cases, none of those automations start bringing any dividends until you start kind of going deep into your side hustling service delivery lifecycle. So what that means is eventually, guys, at the end of the day, what you want to do, you want to start off with one automation, see how it works, play around with it, get some efficiencies going, and move on to the next. Don't spend too much time, guys. Just quickly kind of operationalize your iPhone automations and yeah, and just keep going, guys. Operationalize it one little step at a time. Don't go too crazy, guys, because if you try to like do everything, it's not gonna work. What you want to do is kind of grab, operationalize your side hustlers. Start off with that. That's going to be the easiest way for you to kind of get some wins, because as soon as you start operationalizing side hustlers, you're going to see like out of a sudden your efficiency improves, and out of a sudden you could just like communicate with them faster and explain things faster. Out of a sudden you're just doing many different things faster, guys. So yeah, guys. So at this point, guys, all I have to say is the following: if you are like, let's say you are let's say you guys responding to to I had a cell phone outage, so I figured I'm gonna respond real quick. And last time when I was creating workshop, the cell phone outage affected the stream, guys, and of course you weren't able to get that full value. But today I figured I'd go ahead and tell you guys how to increase those efficiencies and make it easy for yourself. So, couple of things, guys. Uh, at the end of the day, you have to understand your limits, and those limits are going to be um, kind of, how should I say it? They're going to be based on your workflow. So if your workflow is, you don't have that many leads to worry about, then just set up a quick basic automation that just makes it really easy to engage automatically, semi-automatically with the iMessage. Set this up, then go ahead and get like Notion configured. Set this up, get SMS messages configured, and so much more, guys. So that's the idea. That's what you want to be doing. So, guys, that's the main key. At the end of the day, you're gonna have, so like when you start moving through your workflows, guys, you're gonna be in a situation where certain automations are just going to be repeatable depending on the type of people you're dealing with, the type of stakeholders. They're just going to be repeatable, meaning like you only get to set it up once and then that's it. That's basically, you rarely ever touch it again. So yeah, guys, that's so what I did to make it super easy for you guys to get some of those efficiencies is I set up basic, really stupid, easy automations that any mom over 40 can utilize right away. And what I did is I created like a quick workshop for you to understand how to set it up and use it. Now, of course, guys, I'm doing this for myself, and in the process, I'm showing it to you guys how I'm doing this. Of course, guys, this is not everybody can kind of do this because it does require a little bit of time to understand and pull this off and connect all of those automations together. But if you kind of pay close attention, you're going to be quickly kind of learning some of those skills, guys. Some of those skills relatively quickly and be able to set everything up. So that's the idea, guys. Nothing special. That it becomes special when you kind of see multiple combinations of automations being used in in sequences. Then it becomes a bit more special. But right now, guys, if you're like trying to build your luxury pet store and you haven't had a chance to set up any kind of pipelines, workflows, any kind of even basic automations, then here's what I recommend, guys. honestly, like the way I'm doing it, I'm just doing it, and while I'm doing it, I'm briefly showing it to you guys. But of course, keep something in mind. Whatever it is that I do may not necessarily be 100% the same thing that you do, but still, needless to say, guys, the idea is really simple. You take a few automations, operationalize them, hand it off to a bunch of side hustlers, and you're good to go. Those side hustlers are going to be back and forth asking questions, that kind of stuff. What you want to do, you really want to supercharge your system to have all of your questions answered by AI bots. So this way, whenever they have any questions, they could just be like, "Oh, yeah, let me ask this question from AI bot," and AI bot is just gonna answer all the questions related to side hustlers and so much more. But how do you do this, guys? This is not hard. This part is not hard. This is actually just a few configurations on your phone, on the Freedom Fusion System CRM, and of course on Pushcut and Shortcut. And of course, when you want to do this, guys, it doesn't make any sense. It's like a different language that I'm talking now. So, but that's where money comes from, guys. The money comes from not something that is clearly known. Money comes from some of those things that are extremely unknown, extremely foreign to you, non-comfortable. And of course, guys, what I did is to make it a bit more comfortable for you. I created a fire-looking workshop that is amazing, guys. I dropped it for you that shows you precisely what you want to do to increase your engagement on iPhone using iMessage. And of course, this is not for everybody, guys. This is for if you're a mom on the go and you're already getting some leads. This automation is fire. If you're not getting any leads, then this automation is still going to be good in later phases, but not quite there yet right now for anybody who doesn't have any leads, guys. So, but it's absolute fire, and you'll see how I'm stacking those kind of engagement techniques as I'm doing this, as I'm building one automation, another automation, and like stacking them on top of one another. You're going to see that kind of multiple pieces start being compiled together, and out of a sudden you see progressive growth. Of course, guys, this may be boring. This is not the most exciting thing, but needless to say, guys, this is what it takes. Unfortunately, it just takes a little bit of practice. But yeah, so what I did is I cooked up basic iMessage automation that increases engagement exponentially. And another thing I did, I applied for SMS contain. So after like twice filling that SMS contain, which by the way led me to this whole iMessage thing. And of course, guys, if you're not sure like what I'm talking about, definitely take a look at some of my workshops. You're quickly gonna get up to pace right away, and you're gonna realize like, oh my God, I want to do this. Trust me. Otherwise, it's just not gonna make any sense. You're gonna be like, oh damn, what is this guy talking about? So you're gonna be so cooked, not gonna be understanding anything, guys. So the best way to do this is jump in, take a look at some of the previous workshops I went ahead and cooked up, where I literally kind of break down the entire Fit Fusion System CRM in the process, and of course, showing you guys some value so this way you see how to operationalize some of those shortcuts. Keep some of mind shortcuts as completely semi-automatic or somewhat more automatic, um, and of course, like manual. But regardless, if it's semi-automatic or manual, you're getting the efficiency, guys, and you're saving money on SMS, and you're basically increasing chances of getting a customer exponentially. Before I wasn't doing that. I would be just using emails, and emails would be going into spam. And I was like, damn, I don't want to be using emails. So I was like, I bet, let me go ahead and try something else. Later on, it was not email, it was SMS. But I was like, damn, SMS kind of sucks. Let me go ahead and figure out something else. So yeah, guys. So I quickly figured out what to do for you. All you got to do is get that iMessage up and running. And yeah, just respond to people dynamically with your pre-cooked content. Not only pre-cooked content, but the type of content that gets generated for you automatically on the fly. That's another automation that I was gonna cook up for you real quick, but I don't wanna make it too overwhelming for many of you guys, because this is something, I mean, this is not something that everybody could do. This is, in many cases, guys, what happens with moms over 40, like what they need is just a basic response system with iMessage as the first thing, and then the rest is just it kind of without too many bells and whistles, without too many twists, just a basic response kind of response system. And of course, you want to have that connection to your phone and have all of this thing going. Of course, it doesn't make any sense, guys, if you are Like if you don't have a lot of leads coming in, too many. But even if you have like maybe one or two leads coming every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, that's still going to be fire for you guys. So if you guys want to learn more, jump into my workshops. Once again, guys, this is not going to make any sense at this point. Just try to go through some of those workshops, and I'll see you next time. Take care.